All right, triangles. Welcome to the Triglavian Times, or as I lovingly call it, the clusterfuck. I'm Sabbat from Karrde. I have Kylon, my co-host from Toast,
Hello.
and the chief onion of Ebunion, OpusMaganus.
Howdy.
And then we got two special guests with us today. Uh, we'll start with good old Alekseyev. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alekseyev Karrde. I'm the CEO of Noir and the founder and host of Declarations of War podcast, Eve's longest running show.
And then we have his loving co-host and co-host on Less Than 10, Andy Astronaut.
Yeah, hi, how's it going? And then I'm also director in Noir.
Invasion of the Mercs, watch out. So today will be a little bit of a fun episode, but we're going to kick things off with mining updates. I mine a lot. I kind of went back to my roots a little bit. I'm loving the hulks. I'm pulling in a lot more ore. I know people have issues with the patch and stuff. I don't mind it too much. It's a little annoying, but mainly because the crystal costs are obscene right now. They're all over the place. You guys have any little comments about what you think about the patch or anything in particular?
I got a question for you, Sabbat, since you mine. You're
Yep.
pulling in more with your Hulk.
Yep.
I think the way it balanced out, the way I understand it, is the Hulk is going to pull in more by itself, but less than if it was with a Rourke pre-patch.
Well, I've never been around Rourke. I'm a dirty high-sec miner.
So this is working out great for you.
Yep, I'm a dirty high-sec miner. What can I say? I mean, it pulls in a lot more. Pre-patch, I was pulling in. My main does not have the skills for ubiquitous moon crystals, so I was pulling in between 2 with crystals and 1 without. With an ore strip miner, I was pulling in 18K cubic meters per 2 cycles, and now I'm pulling in 30K per 2 cycles for all 3 of my hulks. So I fill my orca up pretty quick.
As someone who owns a Rorqual, I'm still happy with the changes. I do think that the majority of the miners on the field should be, sub-cap miners, and they should be good at what they do.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was already laughing looking at like the industrial cores for orcas. Like you can turn an orca into a battleship. I think I was pulling like the simulated one I did was like 900 DPS. It's not the best in the world, but for an orca, not bad. But yeah, I mean, there's some things in the patch that I'd like to see compression. Some of the compression stuff should have came through at least for structures, because not being able to compress trig ore or not be able to compress gas or compress moon goo. I mean, it kind of sucks to move it around still.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? They were going to do both, like remove lossless compression, but then also add compression of everything else. And instead of pushing through just the stuff that kind of everyone was happy with, they held everything back, right?
Yep. Yeah, they held everything back, which kind of sucks, especially for us triangles that like to mine out, all that glorious abyssal ore and hadal ore and in Pochven. Any other little things about this that you guys care about? I know you guys don't mind like me, so it's all right. You guys
Long
are
ago, I was a dirty miner, but no longer.
I'm in my dirty miner phase right now. I do it for a little bit and then I go hardcore PvP. So
Yeah,
Well,
we
you gotta
actually
fund that somehow.
exactly.
Not if
We
you
actually
don't die that
talked.
often.
Also true. We talked about doing like a meme, proc fleet and seeing how it goes. But with the new align times, it's like super painful to actually get them around. You
yeah,
have to just kind of sit in a belt and hope somebody takes the bait.
yeah. You should have joined Toast's Care Bear's Revenge fleet then. Yeah, all the ore ships we took out for Totality Day.
Yeah,
So
it
yeah,
would have been fun.
yeah. I took out my battle proc for it. There was orcas. A Rourke joined. Rorqual joined us in Tama.
Oh wow, that must have been fun.
Yeah, we had fun with that.
There for about an hour before snuffed and eventually Sino did and killed us.
I'm surprised it lasted that long.
Yeah, right.
For real.
But yeah, no, some of the combat stuff you can do with the ships now. I mean, it blew my mind when I saw how cheesy you can make a orca. I mean, like 100% cap stable, like I think something obscene amount of shield repairs. Like it was not even funny. Like I looked at that simulated fit and was like, oh my god, this is unbelievable. Like this is not what an orca should do. But yeah, it's the patch has mixed reviews. I'm not going to say one way or the other. I mean,
Seems like they made my endurance slower, like to align.
Yeah,
and maybe they took away its cloaking speed buff. I know it can't use the covert ops cloak, but it used to go regular speed even while cloaked.
Yep.
But I don't think it does anymore. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Is that something you used often?
Oh, moving around while cloaked in endurance? Yeah, fairly often. I'm more don't like that align time is up by 1 second from before.
Yeah, but
I did use to escape.
Yeah, all my endurances when I was ice mining with them, which everyone thought I was ballsy for doing it, were hyperspatials, so I could just leave one ice belt and go to another one before anyone could beat me there. So I'll have to look that over myself.
It's probably still good, I would think.
Yeah,
it's
probably.
Still pretty good frigate.
Yeah, it's not bad. I can't complain about them, but I just use them for ice mining. That's it. And I'm, prospects for huff and gas. And that's about it.
Speaking of ice, I used a pair of endurances yesterday to mine some of that winter nexus ice.
Okay, yeah, that's a good rollover into the event. Because none of us really care about mining except me. So, the ice belts for the event, from what I've heard from some of the guys that have been doing it in Kybernauts, is like you can't delete the field. Like it just its respawn rate is high.
Yes, they keep popping in. I noticed that yesterday. If you get enough ships in there, I think you clear it out. But I couldn't do it with 2 endurances.
Yeah. So event. I mean, we in Kybernauts we have a guy that was pushing 5K points already yesterday.
Wow.
Flying around with a paladin. So yeah, the event's going on. I mean, for me as a triangle, I just want the Vedmak skin. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll probably push through just because I'll do it. I'm the one person that you never want to talk to about skins because I make fun of everyone for buying skins.
Oh, we're the complete opposite. I love the skins. If
Well,
I'm gonna look at the butt end of my ship all day, it better look good.
Well, the funny thing is like we'll go do fleets and stuff, and we'll be like, everyone put on your Kybernaut skin on your Lashak, and I'm like, nope. And then they ask me why I don't have one, and I tell all the guys, buy me one and I'll use it. I'm not paying my ISK on that.
I don't have one either.
I use US dollars. It's actually kind of cheaper that way, at least.
Ironically, the Kybernaut skin I think might be the only skin I ever bought with like out of pocket money instead of like paying us for it. It's really good.
It's a skin.
It's $5 US dollars.
It is a sexy skin. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like some of the skins, but I just prefer not to spend my hard-earned ISK on skins. And I like to avoid event sites and do other things while everyone's distracted by the event. So use it to my advantage.
But you did say you're gonna do at least until you get the Vedmak skin, which is I think pretty achievable, right? Isn't it one of the ones you can get earlier on?
It's like halfway through. It's like 400 or 450 points. I can't remember.
It's not too bad.
No, I have a paladin that I'm just gonna take out and do it. some of our guys that have taken out paladins have burned through the event in one day. So if guys are trying to get through the event and can fly a paladin, use a paladin. But on that note, also about the event, I couldn't stop laughing. One of our guys from the Kybernauts Clade Alliance, we was trolling some people on Reddit about the sites because someone was complaining that in nullsec there's like 10 to 20 people trying to do their sites. And he kind of was trolling them. It's like, well, you guys live in safer space than the rest of us, so stuff it.
That was my observation. Stopped into nullsec to see about going to do some sites out there. The local was full.
Oh yeah, everyone's out trying to do the sites. I mean, cool event, no. I do not believe this one is new bro friendly at all. Because even some of our better pilots, dual boxing with like Drekovacs were like, yeah, like it's still causing me issues.
But that's fun though, right? Having events of different skill sets, you know, XP needed ships is a good thing though.
Yeah, new bros can do the mining site.
Yeah,
That's a lot easier to achieve, and probably I think the mining site may pay better for the time spent, especially if you're multi-boxing.
Is there like a cheaper or like easier PvP sites as well, or is it just like how hard are the high-sec PvP sites?
Well, I ran them in 2 Drekovacs, no problem, but I think I never had to turn on more than one repper either. So I think you could do it in a solo, well-fit solo cruiser. There is a little bit of new pressure, wasn't a problem for my Drekovacs. Though at this point, I did the rest of them in my Vargar, and it just steamrolls them. But yeah.
Yeah. No, from what I've heard is the new pressure is the biggest issue for the high sec sites.
Yeah, it sounds like it's similar, but kind of amped up for the low sec sites. That's what some of our guys have done, or at least plan to do. And I think they're running them in command ships.
Okay, interesting. It's an interesting way to do it. I haven't spun up doing it since I had a moon pop Thursday night, so I've been busy with that. So,
well, especially in low sec, you have to balance the cost and the speed that you're going to run it with the presence of PvP, because as you mentioned, these sites are very popular. Which means you're going to be running into a lot of players, which means you're probably going to be fighting a lot of players. And fights usually mean there's a risk of loss. So should you bring your Vargar? Maybe not. Drakovic? Maybe not.
Yeah, definitely keeping that one in high sec.
Yeah, you gotta balance the risk reward there. Command ships is an interesting one. They have the tankiness of your battleship, DPS of basically a battle cruiser, not quite a battleship.
right.
The cost though is probably battleship level, so I don't know. I guess it really depends on what the sites have in them, how quickly they can run them, but it does seem risky to me.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, I just know that the battleship in the high sec one, if you're in a paladin, like a well-fit paladin, it takes you 15 seconds to kill it.
God damn.
That battleship boss, he does rep pretty hard. You definitely want to be sieged and you maraudered when you're killing him, or it's going to take a while.
Yep. Andy, you're gonna start on something.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that part of the reason that they use command ships is number one because of the T2 resist, but also because they have pretty good native cap. And like you said, there's good cap pressure in a lot of the sites. So I think that's why they do it. And at least the way our guys run it is they basically kind of plan for PvP and will like look to push people out of sites and that kind of thing. So a lot of the command ships also have decent like mid slot layouts, so you can get some tackle and EWAR in there as well.
Right. No, that makes sense. I don't know much about the relic hacking sites. I know they're kind of flooded right now in certain areas. So those of you trying to do events, like try to get away from people or hope you get into a system with data on Relica sites that everyone's ignoring. Because as far as I've heard, like you'll warp in to go, do the hacking site and there'll be like 20 people already on it. Like sitting there trying to hack it to beat each other through hacking.
Yeah, it's a long running event. I believe it runs until January 4th. So
Yep. And I'm hoping, because this is the last episode until after the new year, I'm hoping I'm back from Connecticut soon enough that I can finish out the daily login because that's what I care about most.
Yep.
You want that
Yeah,
free
they actually have
SP?
some. Yeah, they have some cool rewards for the just login rewards as well. They have
Oh,
some nice bomber skins,
hmm
a few
yeah,
other things.
that made me happy when I saw the bomber skins. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you'll be cloaked like 90% of the time and not see it anyways, but it's there, and you know it's there.
yep.
Shit, spin and see it. That's what matters.
Yeah, when you're spinning in stations, you can see it. It works. All right, let's get a little bit onto Pochven news before we get too deep into the weeds of memeing for the whole reason why I wanted this episode to happen. Navula fight. This is the second weekend in a row, I think now that there's been a big fight in Navula. I want to say the last weekend it was a good like half hour, 45-minute fight. The most expensive one I think ever in Pochven too. Rote Capel actually undocked all of their, like they undocked 7 or 8 dreads at one point and just started nuking down the offense as fast as they could. I think that was like an 80 billion ISK battle or something like that. I can't remember how much it was.
111 last week.
Yeah, okay, yep. I was just remembering off the rough battle reports I was seeing that the battle wasn't even done yet. So there was another fight in Navula last night. That the offense got dumpster. They got tossed in the dumpster very, very fucking quick. Like it wasn't even a fight. Because at the beginning, really all that showed up was Elysians and Frat, and they kind of got fucking nuked. It was very one-sided, where defenders had a lot more ships.
That's a break from previous fights, right? Defenders
Yeah.
have been outnumbered to the previous fight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the previous fight. Well, it was a little bit outnumbered. It was like, 1.2, 1.3 to 1. They weren't too unbelievably outnumbered, but the first fight, Rote and the defenders were losing a lot of ships right in the beginning until they turned it around, and all of a sudden they're like, "Fuck this, we'll end it quick now with the dreads." But yep, no dreads undocked last night. It was very one-sided.
Well, I'm assuming the tactic's going to be just wear them and their allies down on timers, and then one day it'll pop.
You mean what everyone put us through?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where you just get to the point of fuck it, we'll burn our own shit down.
Well, the one thing about this in Pochven and anywhere else is with citadels, right? Is that the attacker can come any point in time, and then you got to respond with a timer.
Mm-hmm.
With allies, being all over for them, they have to make their way into Pochven every time. So.
Well, I know Goons came in to help Rote. Strybog came in to defend Rote. Init came in to defend Rote and was doing hit and runs. It was basically totally one. Like I think there was only maybe 3 alliances on offense, and they didn't have the numbers. I think Test even came in at one point super late, and Rote just dumped their entire fleet that came in.
Well, I would suspect that those people that are defending those structures have toys in there. They don't want to just throw in an NPC station.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that fight happened. So that's the second week in a row. I'm sure Frat and all the offenders and Elysians and Test will hit it again. They're just going to constantly be doing it, especially at that big ass fight last weekend. And that was like there was no node reinforcement, and the tie-dye was pretty fucking bad from what I heard. Because we had 2 of our Kybernauts sitting in bombers over there, and they were just mind boggled by how bad the TDI was for only like 800, 900 people.
Yeah, Pochven seems to have a lower threshold than K-Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt those nodes usually see that level of traffic, so they're probably not prepared for it.
No,
The-
the Weir Shota battle, that we got reinforced for that one, but I don't think anyone talked to CCP about reinforcing for the fight last weekend. So it happens occasionally for us that they'll reinforce a node when they know there's going to be a bunch of people. But I think last weekend was like I don't think either side realized how big the fleets are going to be. So we'll see. It's fun. I mean, I love seeing shit blow up in Pochven. I mean, I saw recently that Pochven is like just below Delve in amount of ships ISK blown up. Like, we're doing good out here in spooky, scary space.
Yep.
It's definitely an active place.
And a lot of the ship kills that come out of Pochven too are like people contesting the PvE sites too, right? Like that's my understanding, which is kind of interesting because you don't see that in most other areas. In most other areas, you kind of have like PvP fleets roaming through and shooting things, especially like Delve and that kind of thing. But here you have like two PvE fleets that are basically trying to fight each other for the resources, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Kybernet's joined in on some stuff. I know Volta joined us a couple times in nuking some Red Alliance fleets off an OBS site. Yeah, it happens a lot more than people realize that you have PvE ships fighting each other for a site.
Yeah, there's also some interesting like meta choices for what people are using to run sites. I've seen people do like the kind of standard like you do in a C5 or you do Leshaks and Nesters, but I've also seen like a ham Osprey fleet going
Yep.
around. Like it's super interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of variation now. People have figured out different ways to do it. There's some fun stuff. Yep. Yeah. Powder sniff and it says killed, solo killed a Red Alliance fleet on OBS. Yeah, it's doable. If you fuck up everything on someone's shit in an OBS and you don't and the dread is up and it's in siege mode or starting to turbo siege, like it will fuck up people's fleets so fast. Just have to oh yeah, Jeff, sorry guys, this is one of the guys from our corp. He also kind of solos OBS sites with all his alts, so like yeah, it's interesting because Volta comes out in Icky Torzas. They'll do a 15-man Icky fleet and burn through the OBS sites.
And anyone else trying to stop them, I imagine.
Oh, dude, when you see that Icky fleet fly in, you're kind of like, I'm just gonna dock up for the next 20 minutes. Like that many Ickies, I don't want to deal with it. I don't know if anyone's tried to stop Volta, but I know Volta has helped. Like we have joined in with Volta pushing other people off, and then our guys just fly off after it's dead. So after the fleet's dead, and there's like, yep, you guys could take it. You have too many Ickies. Like we just want the kill mails. But yeah, the fleets have changed up quite not entirely, but yeah, there's been more variation in what people are doing OBS sites in.
The shacks are still superior.
Yes. Well, I mean, you're bashing a dread and then bashing a structure. I mean, I occasionally, when I have that sneaking suspicion that we're going to run into any opposition on the site, I don't let people know I do this, and Opus is going to be mad at me, but I bring out my PvP shack instead.
Hey man, whatever you want to do, I'm cool with it. Billboards are great and all, but having fun, getting content, that's important.
Yeah. No, like, because we'll do an OBS, and I'll just be like, I'm just going to take my nuding shack out and be like, if anyone comes in, they're fucked.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting choices to be made in regards to fitting.
Yep.
Yeah, you can you can fit your ships to be able to run ops with fewer people if you tank against the dread's damage. But then you're not as prepared for PvP.
Yep, exactly. And then if you're the Como-Knots, our good old Trig Unity buddies, I mean, I've seen them do like 4 Shacks, 3 Nesters, and been like, oh, yep, it's easy. Like, I don't get how they pull it off sometimes. Other note, I know this is going back to mining. We now have the abyssal fucking crystals, which, oh my god, Pochven is going to become a happy place for people that want to pull an ore. The only reason why I'm a dirty high-sec miner is because Pochven ore has everything else besides pyrite and mexilon. So,
Oh, interesting. I didn't actually realize that. So does that mean that between HiSec and Pochven, you can get all the ores you need? Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
You get every single
Including
mineral.
Moongo stuff? Wow.
Because Moongo didn't get touched. Like, everyone bitched when they brought out the PI thing to get rid of the minerals, and then they just said, screw it, we'll just leave it as is. So between Moongo and Pochven, I literally have every mineral in the game.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So Moon being HiSec, like R4, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And Pochven, there's still some Athenors up here and there. So some of the low secs, I think there's an R16 Athenor up someplace in Pochven. But since most of them are Kaldari high sec, a lot of them are R4s in Pochven. But yeah, between a Moon and R4 Moon and Pochven, you can get every single ore in the game.
Then do you go and build things in HiSec then, or do you import, like compress and import your? Well, I guess you can't compress your Moongu. So
Yep.
and you can't compress your Pochven ore. So,
Yeah.
all right, that makes sense.
Do you
So
understand? This just circles back to the beginning. This is why I'm mad about compression not existing still. It would make my life so much easier. But no, I'm making stuff in high sec, but it just means my miasmos flies in and out of Pochven to clean up all my ore that I had mined. A lot of fucking trips, and it's annoying. But you can't get everything, which is awesome. It's one of those few little benefits. Like, don't have to mine trit and stuff in high sec. Like, it's great. So yeah, we got that. The lasers, the mining crystals for the abyssal ores, bright red, which is awesome.
As it should be. Yep.
Yep, as it should be. And then it's just people have to swap back and forth because we have Spod in Pochven also. So there'll be some other different colored lasers, but it's cool to see the bright red lasers for abyssal ore. It makes me happy.
Like you can see little chunks of rock flying at you now.
Yep, that I do appreciate. And the mining drones, it almost looks like fireworks when they're mining.
That's pretty cool. Like I guess I should have assumed that they did like a visual update with the new patch, but I didn't even think about it, and I haven't looked to see what it looks like.
It's pretty dank. As a non-miner, I really like it.
It looks pretty. I will say that. And the fun thing is, if you're a multi-boxing miner, like the lasers actually flicker when they cycle, so they'll shut off for a brief second and turn back on. So you'll know when your cycles are done, so you can just move over into your orca.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it does a brief like split-second flicker that the laser shuts off and on, and so it makes it so much easier for me. So they made it harder if you're doing Tech 2 crystals, because Tech 2s in a Hulk, you have to unload your ore hold every cycle, but at least they give you that visual, hey, I just finished a cycle.
Maybe I'll have to like actually undock a mining ship for the first time in like 2 years and see what it looks like.
Definitely
Yeah.
pretty.
Oh yeah, it's definitely cool, and it unfortunately kind of calls out what ships are using what, because I think the standard color laser is green, so anything that's Tech 1, non-crystal, and faction is green, and then everything else has slightly different colors.
Well, I mean, that's just part of the overall. I mean, we've been able to look at guns on ships for a long time now, so.
Yep, I mean it makes sense. Why not? All right, let's get into the meat of this. Hello Kitty Online skins.
Coming soon, right?
Yeah, soon.
My
TM.
wallet's ready.
Yeah, the
I'm
reason
taking
why
a
I want
mortgage out.
this is one of the big reasons why I was like, well, if I ever get a show running, like I really want to like after Opus told me about Hello Kitty Online skins, I was like, I'm gonna have to get Opus and Alec together and Hello Kitty Online skins 2.0.
Well, I really think that I love I think we've all wanted some type of extra kind of skins in the game, right? I mean, we like the skins, the new ones they come out with, but like I like to have some like Corporation Alliance skins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
I
know there was talk that they had the tech or were close to having the tech. I assume. Well, this is the thing. I always wondered about this because, yes, obviously it's a lot of work to do. But on the other hand, there are so many corporations and alliances that would happily shell out money for
mhm.
this ability. So it may be one of those times where the art department can like really have a big impact on the bottom line. But is it worth it in CCP's eyes to put that development in? We don't know yet.
I mean, I'd shell it out for Kybernauts Clade. I'd free up Opus's wallet a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that it would be nice to have some. I think you have to, you want Eve in the game, right? They're worried about the lore aspect, and I get that, but I do think we could have some more Chinese-ish style skins,
I mean, we literally have a skin which creates a little rainbow trail off the side of your ship. I think the lore has sailed at this point.
Can I get a Nyan Cat skin, please?
Yes.
I want like a giant Nyan Cat on the side of the ship, and then have the trail, the afterburner trail, be like a rainbow. I think it'd be perfect. And it has to like audibly do the Nyan Cat sound into space, so everyone can hear you when you get closer. Oh shit. Yeah, no. I mean, I do think it's funny that you guys memed out Hello Kitty Online skins, because I mean, for the memes.
Yeah, it was a good episode. That was, man, how long ago was that? Sorry, my baby's crying.
Many
Uh,
years.
it's what, 2016, 17? Well, I guess 18 maybe.
Yeah. Opus is on dad duty. We will grace him with some quiet time.
Like a healthy baby.
She
Yeah,
is.
she's 8 days old, so.
Her first name is Zoria, middle name Triglav, last name Eve Onion.
How long do you think it'll be till she's mining for you?
Well, my 5-year-old's not mining for me yet, so maybe 7 years.
You
It sounds
gotta
like you
set
should.
that timeline up.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like you need to get in on this Triglavian ore before they nerf it somehow.
Well, I mean,
Start mining in Pochven while you can.
Well, I have 14 mining accounts, so I'm good.
But you could have 14 more,
I
No,
could.
28 more, 2 kids. You gotta start the youngest one at an infant. She'll be like a genius at gaming by the time she's 5.
I don't think mining and Eve is considered a gaming genius.
Eh. I mean, when safety jumps in, you gotta know to, warp off.
Well, when safety jumps in, I just, I never get off in time.
I've laughed because I've gotten my endurances off an ice belt every single time safety jumps in, and I know they were going after my endurances because they're juicier and easier to kill than the rest of the stuff on the fleet. But But the skin game would be great. I think it'd be fun to have corporate skins. I mean, I'd probably do something memey for my little mini um, alt alliance. I'd probably do like Hello Kitty, like pink and stupid colors, and be like, "Yep, just a
For the flesh tone skins.
yeah."
Oh
yeah.
god, the flesh tone thorax.
Thorax.
Oh, oh. But I would do like a hot pink thorax and be like, call it the dildo or something.
I'm sure many people would love that. I mean, but truthfully, though, right? I mean, I think big alliances, NC Dots, Goon. Hang on.
Yeah, NC Dot Goons, Test, I mean, Noir, or should I say the network? Except I feel like you guys, like, the network, you guys would do like all matte black ships and be like super secrety and it just have like Noir Dot on the side of it.
I mean, officially Network's colors are like blue and silver. That's what our logo is, but it's mostly noir, and we're usually black, white with either red or blue highlights. And there are
That's
some
cool.
skins that have that. I think it's one of the Capsuleer Day skins looks real nice, and then there's Period of the Throne for Amar, Cold Iron I think it is for Amar,
Yeah,
Okay.
Cold Iron is the all black ones, which are pretty nice.
Serpentis for Galenti. We have
Mhm.
options.
And you guys got options, but come on, you know you'd want like a specialized one that just says has Noir Dot on the side of it.
Look,
I think if we had corpse skins, Alec would put a pony on it.
oh gosh.
Oh,
I
it'd be
could.
Rainbow Dash. It'd totally be Rainbow Dash, wouldn't it?
Dude, if I could make our trails be rainbows, man, it's not enough fisk in the wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think what people really want though is Hello Kitty Citadel skins.
Oh yes. I put that on all of my Citadels that I own. Like every single fucking one.
I mean, I would really ask CCP, to really look hard at Citadel skins, like Hello Kitty, My Pony, My Little Pony, stuff like that. I mean, I think the community would just love that. Like they'd probably just shell out like $1,000, for a one-time use Keep Star skin, probably.
I think everyone would. I think everyone would like hop on that like a fat kid on a cookie. I mean, I would. Fucking Mimi skins are great. Like I love that shit. Like I love anything that's kind of like trolly.
I like anything that makes the guy you just beat feel that much worse. Oh, I just got blown up by a dude with a pink unicorn skin. Fuck me.
Oh shit, dude, that'd be so funny.
Is this my low? Is today the day I quit?
Is today the day that I got killed by a Hello Kitty skin fleet, and then another fleet with pink ponies and rainbow dashes came in and killed me? I think I'm done.
But I mean, most people stay so far out from their ship, right? Would they really even see the skins? See, skins need to show up on kill mails. That's how you get
Yes.
the ultimate humiliation.
That's a good
No.
point.
Well, the other ultimate humiliation is like when you have people like Amelia Duskface who actually like shows their ship in their videos, and you just see Amelia in a nightmare with fucking pink unicorn on the side of it, just showing that off as he's blapping mercurials off the field, and you're just like, he killed me in that ship. Like, the four souls will cry.
One idea I had around the temporary skins is like a 15-minute skin that makes your ship look like another ship. Like it'll make your frigate look like a battleship for 15 minutes, and it would look like a battleship on overview. Maybe have it like fluctuate every 30 seconds. So if you're zoomed in on it, looking really closely, you would notice that it's a hologram or whatever.
Sounds like some kind of like covert ship, like actual like utility ship.
New line of covert ships right there.
Yeah,
like
or
you
maybe
turn it on and
a holographic generator module. Yeah.
yeah, and it actually turn everything like it's blue to everybody, right? It turns itself blue too.
Can it just make my ship look like a Nyan Cat flying in space?
Well, that's how you do it, right? You just kind of have a hologram projection out, you know?
Oh man, that'd be so funny.
Have it like dissipate if anybody, or maybe if they target you, it dissipates the hologram within a time, or if you shoot at it.
That'd be so funny. And then watch a frigate just explode in one blast.
Imagine how much would you pay for a skin or a hologram that would make your ship look like a Titan for a few minutes?
Now, just to be clear, right, we're advocating for CCP. This is real money items, right? Like
Yeah,
microtransactions. Nothing in game, right? Like, we can't pay for this. It's all
Well,
flex and money.
I mean, it should be market sellable, like normal skins, but yes.
Right. Yeah, I got it.
yeah, I mean that'd work.
And what
All right.
about ammo, right? Like, I know we gold ammo, but like, what if we shoot nan cats at someone, right? Like your cruise missiles turn into like cats with rainbows coming their butts.
Oh my god, I would load up all of my ships with those.
If they added sound effects, I would turn sound back on too. Like little meows when they hit.
Oh
Doomsday,
god,
a big
that'd be so
fart
good.
comes out.
Oh shit, that'd be so fucking hilarious. I always joke that like people always tell me about the sound effects in games, and I used to play for like I've on and off, turned on sound effects. But if they added stuff like that into the game, yeah, I'd always have sound effects on. Be like, nope, I'm good. I'll listen to this game now. I just want to hear like fart sounds when like lasers get shot or yes.
Slot module meme field generator.
Oh, it's just like you put it down and it just broadcasts big images of memes from online. I'd have that one of those set up in Pochven all the time. Oh shit, that's too funny.
I mean,
But
they have the little like billboards that are on gates, right? That are like the NPC ones. If you could just do like an anchorable one, and you could choose like the images, and you could just do like intended for like corp recruitment type thing, but you could just throw memes in there. It'd be perfect.
have it cycle like there's some serious like recruiting ones every once in a while, and then it's just like a random freaking meme.
Yeah, exactly.
Troll potential. You could like put these outside of your enemy's station for like psychological warfare videos on it.
All I want to say is, okay, go ahead, Opus, before I get into this.
I was gonna say that I'm pretty sure at some point someone would actually like cry like cyberbullying or something over that.
Yeah, I imagine undocking and like all these like 50 screens out front your station. It's like, oh, quit, give up, stop. It's pointless. You can't win. Just dock.
We hired Noir for a contract. Just give up now.
We hired Noir.
We hired Noir. Just break the war deck. It's over. Oh shit. I just wanted talking about those screens. I just had that flashback to 2006, 2007 era when I first started and seeing the nice wanted posters. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also remember when bounties were, actually cool bounties back when the game first came out.
Mhm.
They got
They're
abused.
still cool in their way,
They are.
It's one of those things like the bounty isn't big enough that you should like try to go out and find this person. The bounty, I think of it more as a nice tip to whoever kills that guy next. Like,
Mhm.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I miss being able to toss that on people. But all right, let's keep this. Let's not drag this episode out. I'll keep it nice and short. We'll keep it at about an hour, so we got about 50 minutes left. Let's go into random shout outs you guys want to do before we kind of get into some last minute things. I want to shout out Alec and Andy for joining me and dealing with my random PMs all the time, asking guys to join Opus for some fun little shenanigans. Thanks a lot for you guys for joining.
Oh, it's been fun.
Yeah, it has been.
I do still wish Farrell was playing because I so want to do a beer episode with Farrell. I just want to sit and talk beer and spaceships.
I would 100% be down for that. But yeah, I still talk to Faye, but I haven't convinced him to come back, unfortunately.
Well,
You will.
work on them. Just work on them subtly, and then we can do like a random beer episode when it works for Farrell to do it, because I know Farrell's one of those. You know, he does it when he can have time, and he's hard to plan for. But dude, it'd be so much fun. Just sit down and talk beer and random spaceship shenanigans. Let's go to Kylon. Who do you want to shout out?
It's a tough one. I haven't played much this week because of work, but I'll shout out to all the miners who look like they're about to have a lot more fun.
There you go. That's a good one. Opus?
I know our miners are excited about these changes.
Oh, yeah. Opus, anyone you want to shout out to besides, your glorious wife for giving you a baby girl?
Yeah. Definitely besides that, just Kybernots played in general with the Alliance. I watched these guys. Again, like Sabbat used to be a high stake miner. A Care Bear turned into a bloodthirsty PvPer. But this past, I guess it was a week ago, we've had some interlopers into Kino, and watching these guys just throw fun ships and stuff has been fun. Just watching them go after people, and that's kind of why I love Pochven, is just the carnage that happens, and it's all subcaps.
I want to follow up on that one really quick. We have a wonderful human being in our alliance who is actively trying to blue everyone in the game. Everyone who is listening knows who he is. I won't broadcast it. He made a new friend in Pochven last week and was telling me about it. And I flew into Pochven and found him mining and promptly killed him. Because that's what I do. I straight up told him he's going to hate us in like the next 4 hours because someone's going to jump him and kill him. So I promptly made sure to make that happen. Alexei, do you want to shout out to anyone?
People.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, that is how we recruit a lot of people. Like the Chiron pilot we nuked in Pochven.
I'll give a shout out to Rokapel and all the other guys that are staunchly holding the line against fraternity in Pochven.
Yeah.
We're cheering you on.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, Rote. Keep doing it. Andy?
Yeah, mine's kind of a twofer, but they go together. So after AT, we kind of have been just kind of messing around, getting our feet back under us. And so we were doing some Blops fleets for the last like 2-3 weeks. And we were joined by Black Crow Bandits, which is a corp in P-Horde, but they kind of do their own thing, and they were super fun to fly with. So shout out to them. But then also shout out to Kira, who's kind of one of our main Blops FCs, Blops pilots, and did a lot of the coordination there and ran like our bridger and everything, so I didn't have to. So that was super nice.
Nice. The bridge, bridging blops, it's dad mode, I just need to jump to the Sino, if I have to take care of something. Yep. Perfect. That's great. So we're gonna get into the fun thing where Alekseyev can make fun of me when I completely fuck this up. Noir is recruiting. If you fancy
so
yourself,
far.
if you fancy yourself a PvPer and you want to enjoy the Merc life, join Noir Cafe Noir Dot. I think that's right?
Yeah.
Noir
Last
Academy.
one.
Noir Academy is recruiting new PvPers and people who want to get a taste of the Merc life. And if you're a PvP corp, the network is recruiting corps.
Yes.
Yes.
And we are happy to take corps based in Pochven. In fact, we'd love to pick up a Pochven expert corp to have as part of the network for any contracts we may get in the Pochven region.
There you go.
So if you want to be that corp, come talk to me.
Or if you want to be that guy that scans the Pochven holes and lets us use them, that's also good.
Kylon will probably go on his Eve Metro thing.
Yes, Eve Metro. There is a mapping service for Potion. It's
all right, good to know.
In-game chat Eve Metro, or go to evemetro.com. It's 50 million a month of ISK.
Well, and what does that get you, Kylon?
That gets you a bookmark folder, and a website with a map of Pochven and all of its connections. And it also includes a route planner. And we, we keep it updated pretty good now. Sometimes during the week, there are days where there are parts of the day where no one's scanning. But, yeah, it's extremely useful.
Yeah, you'll get null sec links in, JSpace links in, KSpace links in. So, well, high sec links or low sec links in, because there's a little bit of everything in Pochven. And then, okay, before I do this final sign off, which is this is my homage to Feral, because I created this podcast solely because I saw what Feral and Bloodrune did, and I wanted to do something for our glorious Pochven space. Let's just talk about kills of the week really quick. I need to pull up my Z kill board really quick. So if anyone else wants to talk about some fun kill they did, you guys can go ahead first.
I killed it making a baby, but that's it.
And you killed some cigars and some bourbon. We got it.
That's true too.
Yeah, I've been kind of quiet. I haven't gotten any like super impressive kills, at least this week. A few weeks ago, we caught a Tengu that was just chilling off a Athanor. Thought he was super cool. It's like super bling, like Pith-X types on everything, hardeners, boosters, all of it. Didn't realize that we were a little blobby that day and had like 13 dudes come in, and he was just like panicking, calling his friends, and like 2-3 guys just warped in and got nuked. And then in local at the end, they were like, "This guy gave us terrible intel." Apparently, he had told him it was just a couple guys, and he just needed like 1 or 2 people to come help push off.
Nice. Let's see. I think I haven't really done much flying this week, but we did engage with Horde a few days ago in Pochven. I believe in Wirashoda. And that was a pretty good battle. We were rather outnumbered. I was flying with Strivog and Lashax and Nesters, and we got, I think they had a fleet of Tempests and another fleet of Lashax, and they kind of pincered us, but we killed all the Tempests, I think, or most of them anyway.
That's not bad.
And then we lost a couple of Nesters, and they're more expensive than I think the last time I looked.
Just a little bit. But hey, I mean, you killed some Tempests. That's some good. I'm gonna say our fight with everyone's hated person in Pochven. Well, almost everyone's hated person in Pochven. Dealing with the Poco that got taken down by Beta Page and his little friends. It was fun to kill his Poco that he put up. And then the little skirmishes we had with some of his friends out there. But that was the only thing I've done in the past little while. I mean, I'd have to go back to, the last episode when getting on the kill for the Astra. But Alex, did you get in any fun? Any fun not you don't have to give up your contracts, but any fun little fights? I know you love
Yeah. Last week, I think it was a weekend, the 5th. Yeah, so exactly a week ago, we had a great engagement against the Knights of Evermore in Providence. So they had a Caracal fleet with some battleship backup, and we had like a mixed nano fleet, mostly nano BCs and some frigates. And it was a spicy fight, a little back and forth. It was good though. We got a really nice micro jump play that put our fleet pretty much on top of theirs. Started pinning down Caracals and just melting through them.
nice.
It was a lot of positioning though. Like you're warping around for a good 5-10 minutes. Each of the fleets kind of dancing around each other, and then we just managed to get that one perfect boosh.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's perfect. I got to work on my boosting ships. I have so many, I have to put them together. All right, so we are going to start signing off. So I want to ask Andy to do my homage for Less Than 10. Oh, before I even do that, guys, make sure to listen to Declarations of War. It's a fucking great podcast. You can listen to some great stuff if you want to at least vicariously live through the Merc life. It is the best podcast and longest running Eve podcast. So listen to it, please, guys. And then Andy Astronaut is often on Less Than 10, and that is another great podcast to listen to. Both Andy and Alec are great hosts and for what they do. So please listen to their podcast.
Yeah, there should be a new DOW and a new Less Than 10 coming in not too long. So hopefully we can get people to listen to both those. Thanks everyone for joining us. Remember, it's not the size of your game.
It's how triangular it is. I needed to do that.
We did it live, no mistakes. Look at that.
No mistake. This is what happens when you listen to too much Declarations of War and Less Than 10. All right.
The Less Than 10. I was gonna say the Less Than 10 secret is that we do it like 3 times because everyone always messes it up.
And Farrell, please come back. Someone send this episode to Farrell. All right, triangles. Keep it dangerous. Keep spooky, scary space. Keep spooky, scary space scary. All right, guys. We'll see you later.